a while back, for those of you who've been following my videos, I was going to make a mini crossbow, which would be mounted on a bracer for the arm in the style of Mr. Mohawk in the Road Warrior movie, which, is pretty cool for props and things like that. And I have thought about it and puzzled over it, and I've come to the conclusion that at this point in time, I do not have the proper tools to make it. So that crossbow idea is going on the back burner. But, I have made a decision that since spear gun is a simpler thing to do, does not require the method that I have run into, which is blocking my progress, that I'm going to make a arm-mounted spear gun. Very similar in concept. So I've already found a piece of material, which is a good blank for a spear. Now this is aluminum, which I bought years ago from one of the sock mills over in Fort Payne, and it's very light, so it probably won't actually make for a good spear, but I'm going to use this as a template to build on for future. And here's my piece that is gonna be the base. And I have found I think it's over in my paint area right now, an old leftover from the kids' soccer days shin guard, which, being that it's for kids, fits my forearm pretty well, and so I'm going to use that for a base. And that's what I am working on right now, aside from learning my new job and studying. So I hope everyone is doing well, and I will talk to y'all later. Howdy folks, Russell here, day 63 of my broadcast. Been out in the shop for a little while this evening, and I have to say I've got a few things done. So I mentioned the other day I was going to work on a small style spear gun. So today I worked it out in my head a little bit how I was going to do it. And I decided to go ahead and get started. So I took a piece of this, they used to call it medical tubing, but now it's resistance bands stuff, which I picked up at a flea market at some point in time. And I took that and a piece of this little 50-pound steel cable, which I ran across, a couple of little electrical connectors used for hooking up wires, and some old telephone wire back when they used to use actual wire. That stuff's good for wrapping up all kinds of stuff. So I took the cable and I stuck it in the little wire connectors. I crimped it down, stuck it inside the piece of resistance band, and I took the phone wire and I wrapped it up to hold it in, and that made a little piece that kind of does like that. So you see the cable is joined in there with a little friction connection. It's crimping down, the wire is crimping down on the resistance band and holding the cable in. And so I've gone ahead and made a piece and attached it to the body of the spear gun that I'm going to be working on. Now this is just about enough to where you can pull it back comfortably with one hand, and I'm going to put two of these on there because I want it to be stronger than just one. So I'm going to make another one just like this, attach it just like this, and that's going to be my elastic for my spear gun. So I'm happy about that right there. And then this piece, which doesn't look like a piece of machinery just now. It's a piece of some type of plastic. It's kind of like plexiglass, but it's not. I think it's got fiber in it. I bought it from someone a long time ago in a lot of just plastic pieces. So I took this bolt, which I think was once a piece of a trampoline, and I drilled a hole all the way through it, tapped it. Had to borrow a set of taps for that, but I did. So put the tap in it, put the little screw, which is holding this piece of plastic on there. Now right now it's a little loose, but I'm going to do a little epoxy job on it that's going to tighten that up and make that fit. So the concept is because this is oblong, it makes a cam, and the trigger is going to be, this thing's going to turn, and as that rolls up, it's going to lift the dart, or the spear rather, which will be made out of this, off of a pin that's holding it in place. And once it clears the pin, well, elastic takes over. So that's where we're going with this. Now, can't show you everything today, but I'm going to keep working on it, and with any luck at all, a day or two, and maybe I will have a working spear gun, a mini one, just a little one, you know. And I'm digging it so far. So hey, everybody, y'all have a good day. Good evening at this point, because it's dark out. Frogs are hollering. And I'm going to get back to it for just a little bit, and then I'm going to stick a fork in this day, because it's about over for me. Got to get up in the morning and study, you know, and then get to work. And all kinds of good, fun, wonderful stuff like that, because, you know, always keep learning. So, this is me, signing off on this particular day, and everyone, take care of yourselves out there.